I believe we're live. If we're not, that's okay too. But if we are, I'm A.M. Grabelny. I am one of your hosts today for AWS On Air, and I'm live down here in the Expo, developer advocate here at AWS, and I've got a wonderful guest. We've been getting to know each other before the camera turned on. We're here in the Urban Nature Hub, partnered with the Natural History Museum. And we've got a lot to talk about between the partnership with AWS and the Natural History Museum. But first, Abigail, we got to learn about you. Please tell the people.
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me. So I am a community science officer at the Natural History Museum. So I'm one of over 300 scientists that we have. So quite a bit of a different audience today. But we're here to promote our project, Urban Nature Project, which AWS are lead sponsors on. And my role sits within that as I try and get people without sort of scientific experience and skills involved in collecting data, encouraging them to get outside and learn more about nature in my role.
That's pretty amazing. I didn't know our roles actually have a lot of overlap. You know, I'm doing something similar, getting people hands on keyboard working with AWS. I'm software engineer background. But I'm doing kind of the opposite of you, actually. I'm getting people locked inside more and not out in nature. So I'm glad you're out there getting people reconnected to nature. Tell us about the Natural History Museum. Obviously, it's going to be more focused on nature and the history of nature, things like that. But what types of things can I see at the Natural History Museum? I know we saw earlier you've got an exhibit maybe you're particularly fond of, with the insects over there. But what, if I go to the museum, what should I expect?
Yeah, so there's loads that you can see at the museum. We've got fossils from dinosaurs, which are, you know, sort of more older than I can, you know, even imagine.
That's like one of your popular.
Yes, everybody loves the dinosaur. So Hope the whale, that's the icon of the museum. So you walk into the museum, you see Hope the whale underneath, and we've just got a new Titanosaur dinosaur, which is a massive dinosaur, which has come from Argentina. So that's a really cool thing to see. And yeah, you can also see there's lots of insects, birds, mammals, lots of specimens. And we're currently sort of redesigning the museum, actually. So not inside the museum, but outside. So we're taking the museum outside so people can come and connect with nature right in the heart of London. So we're redesigning the 5-acre site, and we're going to have woodlands, meadows, grasslands, and an outdoor education hub. People can learn about nature, not just things which are living, you know, not just things which are dead, so like fossils and sort of historic things, but more about what we can do for nature today and how to identify nature that we see on our doorsteps. So
this is really interesting to me. I mean, I think our audience probably could, you know, do some reconnecting to nature in some ways. We're you know, behind laptops a lot of our lives, so it's really neat that you all are, number one, doing, I'm going to throw out a science word and see if I use it correctly, biomes, different biomes, right? Did I, no, not quite. Okay, yeah. Habitats, there we go. Okay, see. But you'll have different ones that I can experience in the front of the museum, right, as you said, in the heart of London, so I don't have to go anywhere. And stay right in London and go visit. Your work with the community, though, which I also find fascinating, how are you getting people involved in science? What are they running experiments? Are you teaching them the scientific method? You know, what types of things do you actually teach people when they come?
So yeah, we work with loads of community groups, not just in London, but we work with partner museums across the UK to deliver workshops and do not just training, but outdoor education. And that's all part of the Urban Nature Project. Actually, some of these plants that we've got here today, they're going to go to some of our community groups right after this, so that's great. And yeah, we want as many people to get involved in connecting with nature. And one thing that they can do to do that is take part in our new survey, which is Nature Overheard. And that is all about looking at the impact of noise pollution on insects near roads. So it's just a really quick survey people can do. You just go out, record audio for 5 minutes, look for any insects, and then all of that data will be captured and uploaded onto the data ecosystem, which is the product that's been developed as part of our huge partnership with AWS. And yeah, we want as many people across the UK to take part and help us sort of find out more answers to really important scientific questions.
That's the, I think, intersection of our worlds, right? Is in order to perform experiments, in order to perform science, a lot of data is generated. You need to process that data. Computing's the way to do it, right? And so AWS offers a bunch of computing, and we've partnered with you all to work on that data together. Very interesting. I think a lot of cool, especially getting the community to, get involved and generate some of that data, which is a lot of work. So it's very cool to get people involved. All right, we have to go, Abigail, unfortunately. We've got to go to our next segment, but we will be back with more live from the expo hall and from our room over in the meeting areas. So stick around, and we'll see you then.